Okay, so this lesson we're going to begin to cut up our material, and I suppose the learning intention for this is to be able to use and accurately saw with what's called the tenon saw. So the tenon saw is this saw you'll find under your desk, and we're going to use it in conjunction with this thing here, which is called a bench hook. So I'm just going to use that to simply separate the pieces of wood into the individual parts that we need to build up the base of the clock and the top of the clock. So using the tenon saw involves us having a hand in a particular way. I'm going to hold it, but then I'm going to put my forefinger out pointing forwards, and this stabilises the saw. And I'm going to make sure that I hold it with my thumb and my hand wrapping over the bench hook, just leaving a little bit of the material I want to cut out besides this part. To begin with, I actually put my finger against the side of the saw, not on the blade, just on the flat bit of metal, and I begin to score a little groove in. And this finger poking up against the side of the saw guides the saw for the first couple of cuts. And now when I've got a slot into the wood, the saw will just travel down in that path until it's finished, which you can see it has. I'll show you that one more time. I've got my saw starting on the line. I've got my finger against the saw. I'm just moving the saw backwards and forwards. Once I feel I've got a slot cutting into the wood, I can take my finger away from the saw and it will travel down till it does that. So a couple more of those and you'll have 4 little parts like shown here. And it's exactly the same for what we do here. Just going to put this here, holding it with my thumb and my hand, wrapping round over the top of the bench hook, using my finger to guide the saw to begin with, getting a little slot in the top of my wood. Once I think that slot's big enough, I take my finger completely away from the saw, and the saw will finish cutting down to the other side. So I've now got everything I need. I've got 2 of these and I've got 4 of these. And earlier on, what you didn't see me do was I cut 2 of these too. So now I've got every single part marked out, divided in 2 where required, divided in 4 required, and then cut into the pieces needed.